dealing with the just do running tests. I don't know. Is it next week or the week after?
Sorry, the 14th.
Town Council meeting of December 5th, 2023. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I don't have Tommy's prayer. Hope, please call the roll.
Councilperson Pamela Gaffey. Here. Councilperson Jill Axelrod. Here. Councilperson Thomas Nardi. Councilperson Lindsay Jackson. Here. And Supervisor Gary Zuckerman.
Yes. Tommy's not here. He's dealing with a family emergency, so I don't expect him here. If things calm down, then he will be here. First item on the agenda is a public hearing for the 2024 preliminary budget. May I have a motion and a second to open the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, the public hearing is open. Dave? Our comptroller, David Burns.
Dave Burns, Town Controller. Good evening, everyone. The town has presented a budget book to the board. We are presenting the preliminary budget for review. There's been this is a revision from the tentative budget that was presented to the board previously. The budget for 2024 will be presented to the board with additional changes, if any, from this preliminary budget at the December 14th meeting, and then we were asked the board to adopt the budget in its final version. But I just wanted to give some highlights to the preliminary budget as it stands. And everybody has their budget book. So I can. So on page,
Do you want to switch over to the PDF?
no, we can refer to the,
Okay.
The
You
hard-
don't want the,
no, actually, I'm, it's easy. So on page 15 is a summary of the revenue appropriations, what's been appropriated from fund balance, and what the tax levy is. So if you refer to page 15, in 2024 tax levy proposed is $3,819,971, which is 100,000 higher than the 2023 tax levy. It's a 2.7% increase in the tax levy. We don't present at this point in the adopted budget the assessed value, but the assessed valuation for the town is going up about 2.7% as well, so.
Excuse me, Dave, you don't mean it's a 2.7% increase in the tax levy, you mean 2.7% increase in expenses?
No, I'm referring just in the tax levy itself, but it's 2%. It's under the tax cap by about 14,000 and change, because there's other factors that go into it. So it's a $100,000 increase. The appropriations for operations are 6.395, which is a 2% increase from over 23. The debt service total appropriations is $7,483,000. With debt service, it's about 3.3% increase in total appropriations. As it stands right now, we've appropriated from the unrestricted fund balance $320,000 of the $4,068,000 unrestricted fund balance as part of this budget. That's about 7.9% of the unrestricted fund balance. We've talked about that because we've increased the unrestricted fund balance due to decrease in receivables and due to having surpluses in prior years. So we are allocating 7.9% of that unrestricted fund balance. And there's a restricted fund balance allocation of $161,000. That is due to bond premium received back in 2021, which we've been allocating over the last 3 years. So as part of our debt service, when we went out to bond, we also got a bond premium as part of that bond premium. So overall, that's where we stand right now. This preliminary budget has been the work of the department heads, many work sessions with the board, input from the town accountants, myself, the town administrator, and I think it's a very responsible budget in terms of our tax levy increases is within the tax cap, and it's $100,000 in total. So the plan would be is that we will continue to work with this document. If the board has we have the ClearGov budget software that we can input if there's any additional changes to specific line items, then we would reflect those changes in the final budget, and we would identify that prior to asking the board to vote on the adopted budget.
Dave, I just want to, I guess, kind of announce that this is a new budget format that we're using. The public may recall that we approved the purchase of this new software called ClearGov, and at the end of last year. And this is the first budget that we're using this software to formulate the budget. I think took a while for everybody to get used to it. Personally, I'm still not used to it, but as long as you and the accounting staff are used to it, I'm happy. So, any comments on that?
Yeah, it gives the board access to the budget and to make comments, to review details, totals at any given time. So for that feature, that's a very nice feature to have, because as opposed to, presenting as you make changes online, the totals change, and everyone has access to that at any time. So that's a big benefit.
I'd like to add that the department heads can enter their own requests without having to wait to meet with us and make a request that then gets manually entered into an Excel spreadsheet. So this is a much more dynamic document, and anything that gets requested can go along with notes and backup documents as well.
Okay. All right. Comments from the council members? We will not be closing the public hearing. We will be holding it open until the next meeting. So, comments? Lindsay? Okay. I have to make sure we ask Lindsay.
Yes.
Okay. Comments from the public? Any comments on Facebook? Any comments anywhere?
There's nothing on Facebook.
Okay. Nothing on Zoom?
I don't see anything in the chat.
Okay.
Thank you, Stephanie.
All right. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay. With that, motion to adjourn the public hearing till the 14th of December?
So moved. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public hearing is adjourned. We will do most of our reports on the regular meeting of the 14th. I think we have one report that we want to talk about, holiday lights, correct? Vic or Debbie, you want to talk about holiday
Yeah,
lights?
are we off the air though at this
What?
point? Has our meeting is ended, correct?
No, our meeting is on. We just
Oh.
adjourned the public hearing.
Ah, got it.
We still, meeting's not adjourned until we say adjourned.
Well, I would like to, there are a couple of announcements that I'd like to make with regard to community events. The biggie coming up this Saturday night is Holiday Lights, which just turned off, there we are. Starting at 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. here at Crawford Park. Vic Federico and his team are creating a winter wonderland. We will have a ceremonial tree, menorah, and Kwanzaa candle lighting at 4:45 in front of the mansion on the circle in front. We have an evening planned of wonderful holiday music, thanks to our local community schools, Blindbrook, Portchester, Westchester Children's Chorus. We have some wonderful music lined up. We have giant inflatables and cocoa and a food court of food trucks. For the first time, we have a holiday market, which will be in the pavilion. And of course, Santa and Mrs. Claus will be here. And also the Westchester Children's Museum is filling a room with wonderful toys and activities for kids. And also Todd Yanni is filling up 2 rooms upstairs with games for families. So please do consider coming and bringing the family. And we also have So our winter concert series has been set. We will have 4 concerts this year that we know of. 3 from the Westchester Philharmonic, as we did last year. And we also have introduced a January concert thanks to a grant from the Westchester County, I'll have to get a reminder of who gave us a grant. It was their historical reenactors, so for historical societies. And Carla and Keys will be performing an interactive family concert to commemorate Martin Luther King weekend on January 14th. That's a Sunday at 2 p.m. So it's wonderful family interaction they will be in costume for the first half of the performance with the kinds of musical instruments that Africans would have brought with them when they came to this country and around the Revolutionary time. And then they will take us on a walk through African American history, straight through civil rights and jazz and hip hop. So it should be tremendous fun. So that dovetails into a Martin Luther King commemoration. We are planning a full weekend of events. So not only will there be the concert on Sunday, but on Monday we will have a day of service for anyone who would like to do so. Vic Federico will lead a squad of volunteers of all ages to attack the invasive vines that we have growing all over the property near the Korean War Memorial. So we're hoping, it's actually tremendous fun. We've done it many years, so it's really fun. Anybody can come and pull vines. It's really, so we have a sign up, and do we know about so we've also arranged the return of our barbershop school and students to come and provide free haircuts for senior citizens and veterans. Also in honor of the Martin Luther King weekend. So that will be on Saturday, free haircuts. On Sunday, the concert at 2 p.m. and Monday, day of service. Come join us as we free the park of invasive vines.
Thank you. Thank you. Very comprehensive. Vic, do you have anything?
She covered it all.
Good.
Just everybody come Saturday night. It's going to be a wonderful event.
It will indeed. We're going to have to push this out on social media, make sure we get wide coverage. So, Jeff, do you have anything? You're sitting there.
Just lament my fund balance dwindling down.
That's what it's for. With that, council members, any comments? Otherwise, a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Oh,
Can I say
yes.
one more thing?
Oh, you just got it in.
Right, under.
Well, Gary and Debbie have talked about involving the schools within the town, and I've reached out to BOCES, and we're gonna hold the first ever Town of Rye invitational cross-country meet right here on Crawford property. We're gonna loop in Rye Brook with Rye Hills Park, and we have a meeting with the Blind Brook athletic director, who has to walk us through Boise's. One of these schools had to support us. So
I mean,
Blind Brook is
sponsor us.
supporting
They're all,
Yes.
hopefully
Yep.
they're all supporting us.
Yes, I would hope so, but the guy that runs BOCES thought it was a wonderful idea, so more to come. September, it'll be in September.
On behalf of the Blind Brook Brothers, thank you. I wish he would still be in school for this next year, but maybe he can come back and help.
That would be wonderful.
You know, I think that that's not a bad idea. You can have the schools at any, well, I don't know if they're gonna be at their colleges at that particular time, but if they're not, they could, maybe you could have an alumni run also. Just see. Okay, very good. And with that, motion to adjourn? All in favor? Aye. Next meeting is December 14th. Thank you.